So today we are looking at the Linux Mint 22 XFCE. So this is the new beta release, which is codenamed as Wilma. So I already made the Cinnamon and Matte desktop environment. So here is the XFCE. So let's quickly boot it in a live boot. And I forgot to mention that I'm running it on a virtual machine, which is VMware with 60 GB of hard disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So let's wait until the desktop layout loads. So here we have the desktop layout. Before changing the display setting, let me show you the task manager. So you can get the information of how much of resources it consumes in the beginning. I didn't open any of the settings or anything. I just opened the system monitor or the task manager. As you can see, CPU is not pretty much stable, but the processors running right now are 311. So let's check the about of the task manager, which is 1.5.7. So let me change the display settings. Go to the display. Here is the display settings. My resolution is 1920 x 1080, which is 1080p. So let's click on apply. Keep this configuration. Let's open the task manager, and I'm going to place the task manager in the right side corner throughout the video, so you can check out all the changes throughout the video, as you can see here. So let's open the Firefox web browser to get the information of the new features in their official website. Usually Firefox will take at least for 15 to 20 seconds to load up in my laptop. So it should be more or less in your PC. And the boot time, it took exactly like 2 minutes. Almost every desktop environment took that much of time in my laptop. It will be more or less in your PC. It depends on the PC, and I'm running on the virtual machine also. So let's change the Firefox size. Let's type in about to get some of the information. And hit enter. I forgot to type in the double P. So here you can see, you can just pause the video and read everything on your own, because I'm not going to read everything because it's going to make a video so lengthy. Usually by showing some of the basic features, it takes almost 20 to 25 minutes. So that's the reason I'm trying to make it short as possible. So these are all some of the information. If you want, you can just pause video, or you can change the playback speed in the YouTube settings to slow-mo. So these are all the information. So let's go to their official website, which is Linux Mint. You can just type in the search term as Linux Mint, or you can just type in linuxmint.com. So the first link is their official website. You can just try to scroll down to get to the blog of the latest news, which is Linux Mint 22 Wilma beta release, or you can just go to the links and go to the blog here. Let me click on the blog here. So here is some of the information of the Linux Mint 22, which is a beta version. Again, I'm warning you, it's a beta version. Don't try to install it on your main PC or work PC. If you want to try it, you can try it on the virtual machines. It's a good option. Even if you can delete it later, the virtual hard disk can be deleted. So here are some of the information, which is it is supported until 2029, which is almost 5 years. It comes with the updated software and brings a refinement and many new features to make your desktop even more comfortable to use. So new features, here are some of the new features. You can just click on here, and here is the release notes. You can even click here, and when you scroll down, you have the system requirements here. You need to have at least 2 GB of RAM. The recommended is 4 GB for comfortable usage. I have the 8 GB, so I don't have any issues in the Matte desktop environment or the Cinnamon desktop environment. So this is the XFCE desktop environment. You can watch 3 videos and decide whatever the desktop environment is suitable for you. So 20 GB of hard disk required, but the recommended is 100 GB. I'm using 60 GB because I don't want to even install it on my virtual machine because I need to make another video. So that's the reason. Here you need 1024 into 768 resolution. It's 2024. Almost every person will be having like a 1920 into 1080, or else at least a 1366 into 768. So that's the resolution you need, but almost everyone has the good monitor. And you should at least have the 4 GB of RAM in 2024 to run almost every Linux distro. And about CPU, you can at least have the i3 or i5. It will be good option. I'm using a i5, but I don't know how it works on the Pentium, even if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, because I don't have that PC. So you need to test it on your own. Always try it on the virtualization and then go with the when it's released the stable version, you can go with the stable version. So here is the upgrade instructions. This beta release might contain critical bugs. So again, this all the warnings you get here. So you need to wait until the stable version. Even if it's a stable version, just wait for 2-3 days. If we have some point updates or something like that, even if we have like a stable ISO, you should be getting sometimes the bugs. Most likely 99% of the time it will be good, but 1% time it will be sometimes they should be having some bugs. So if you want the stable version, you can just go with the Linux 21.3, which is already available. If you're running Linux Mint 21.3, it's better to wait for the stable release. So here are the bug reports. I'm not going to edit anything, just the booting part, which took 2 minutes. Other than that, I'm going to keep every video like raw, so you don't need to worry about the changes. So here we have the download links. You can just go with the Cinnamon edition or the other desktop environment, which is the XFCE, and we have also the Matte desktop environment. So these are all the plenty of servers available right here. I'm going to show you the other type of downloading process also. So here are the all new features and Linux Mint release notes. I'm going to first show you the downloading process. So you can just directly click on here. It's a torrent file. I don't want the torrent file. As you can see, the torrent file also downloaded. You need to put it in the torrents. So here is the HTTP links, which is a layer online. You can choose whatever you want. So as you can see, the file size is around 2.7 GB. Let me close this thing. I'm going to show you the other process. This is the official website, and you need to go to the, let me show you, project and go with the mirrors, and you can choose the servers here. I'm going to choose the worldwide. Layer online, you can choose anything you want. You get the 3 options, which is Debian, stable and testing. Go with the testing, and you have all the 3 ISO files here, which is Cinnamon, Matte and XFCE, which is almost 3 GB, 2.7 GB, but it shows as a 3 GB. So here are some of the new features. So again, it's supported until 2029, which you already know, and the code name is Wilma. So what you get is here the better language support, support for new technology. Let's scroll it down. Support for the popular features, software manager. So you get the option of like unverified flatpaks are disabled by default. So this is a new thing. And when enabled, these flatpaks are clearly marked as unverified, as you can see. For example, you get the red text here. You can go to their official website and read everything on your own. It's a good option to go to their website and read on your own, because don't trust anyone on the YouTube, even it's me. So it's always a good option. Go check it out on your own. Even because it's your PC, you need to be responsible on your own. So you get the matrix and some of the options here. Cinnamon, which I already showed in the yesterday's video. So here are other improvements. And here are artworks. You get some of like 27 backgrounds, new backgrounds you will get in here. So I already showed in previous video. I'm going to show today also. So the main components here is the Linux Mint features a Linux kernel 6.8. So you get the Linux kernel 6.8 and the Ubuntu 24.04 package base. This is the latest version of the Ubuntu, you already know. If you didn't know, you can just check it out in my channel, which I already make a lot of videos. Almost I cover like 3000 videos of Linux. Almost covered every Linux distro there. So you can read everything here. Until 2026, future versions of a Linux Mint will use the same package base as the Linux Mint 22. Making it rival for people to upgrade. Until 2026, the development team won't start working on a new base and will be fully focused on this one. So let's go to the Linux Mint 22 release notes. So here is the known issue, shutdown timer. It is reduced to 10 seconds now. And group 2 theme in high DPI. And here is the snap store, you can read it. And the virtual box, which is a black screen, Gabel screen, and guest edition. I'm running it on a VMware, so I didn't get any of the issues like this. So home directory encryption, guest session, touchpad drivers. You can install Wine, mouse pointer theme in root, Qt, and Flatpak applications. DVD playback with a VLC, Redshift, other issues. So here is the tips. For username and password in the live session, you can just type in mint and the password is empty. It automatically logged in my PC, so I don't have any issues. If you have any issues, you can just watch the video from their official website. So choosing the right version of Linux Mint, just check the 3 videos of mine or someone's in the YouTube who made 3 desktop environment videos and good to go. So it's always a good option, just don't watch my video and try to install. Always check like 5 to 6 videos and then go with the installation. Check like 5 to 6 other channels also, so you should be getting all the information there. So we covered almost everything here, so let's close this thing and let's go with the installer. So in the installer you didn't get any changes, so I'm going to show you the installation process. So it's going to take a few seconds here. And the CPU went up to 80% because the installer is trying to open in the background. And the memory went almost 1.1 GB. It is taking still a lot of time. I don't know why. So the base of the all desktop environment usually was 1.1 GB. Matte desktop environment was 1 GB, and Cinnamon desktop environment in the beginning it took like a 1.6 or 7 GB yesterday. So there is a difference when you start these desktop environments of a Linux Mint 22. So first you need to choose your language, click on continue and choose your keyboard layout, click on continue and wait. So the XFCE desktop environment is taking a lot of time here. Usually the Matte and Cinnamon didn't take that much of time while we opened the installer. But if you want to install multimedia codecs, you can just check this and continue. It's going to take 30 to 40 seconds for this preparing Ubuntu drivers. I'm not going to wait for that. Let's check some of the distro information by typing some of the commands. Let's make it bigger so you can see properly. Let's check the version of the terminal, which is 1.1.3 XFCE4. So let me type in INXI, hit enter. You get the CPU kernel storage version, INXI-small b. So you get the desktop version 4.18.1, which is XFCE. Host is a Linux Mint, distro is a Linux Mint 22 Wilma. I'm not going to read everything because it's going to take a lot of time. Just pause the video and read everything on your own. You get the OpenGL version here and the Mesa, all those things, graphics, network drivers, all the things you get here. Just pause the video and read everything. INXI-F. So let me type in INXI-G, hit enter. So let's type in cat /etc /issue. So let's try the neofetch. Here is the neofetch. INXI-S wait to get all the distro information. So we pretty much got all the distro information like a graphics, Bluetooth, all those things, network, everything here. So htop is not pre-installed, so in order to install the htop, you just need to copy the sudo apt install htop, or you can just type in sudo apt install htop. So let's close this thing. Let's get back to the installation. So you get the advanced feature here, and here is something else. It's for the single boot, and this option for the dual boot. If you want to install the dual operating system, you can go with this something else, or you can just choose the erase disk and install that Linux Mint on that current hard disk or a virtual disk. So if you don't know how to install the Linux Mint on your hard disk, it's a better option. Go check out other channels. There are a lot of videos or tutorials on how to install the operating system on the hard disk. So I didn't make any videos. There are a lot of videos in my channel, but I don't properly remember which distro I installed on this hard disk. I almost cover like a 3000 videos. I can't exactly say which distro I installed on the hard disk. So that's the reason. It's a good option to check other channels for the installation. If you're a pro user, you don't need to check it out or anything in my channel. This is some of the information for the basic user. So let me close the installation because I don't want to install the Linux Mint on my virtual disk because I need to make another video. So that was the distro and the installation, all those things. So let's open some of the applications to see whether the distro will handle all the applications or it just get crash or anything like that. So I'm going to open some random applications like 15 to 20 applications at once to see how much this distro will take the stress. So I'm going to do this test in every I was doing from almost in every video to find out whether this distro will handle day-to-day tasks. So that's the reason I try to open like a 15 to 20 apps and try to put stress on that distro. So if we find any bugs, it's better option to stay out of that Linux distro, but if you didn't get any problems, you can try to test it on your own. So let's open some of the applications here. So we need to open like a bit of resource consuming applications so we can get lag or anything like that. Sometimes it may crash, so that's the reason I'm going to test it. Let's try to open some of the applications here. Let's open the appearance. So as you can see, everything is opening instantly. There is no lag or anything like that. So it's taking a bit of milliseconds here. It's pretty much common because you're trying to open all the applications at once. So it's quite common here. So on the accessories, you get this type of applications here, as you can see. Let's open the image viewer. And under the graphics, you don't get the Inkscape or anything like a GIMP or a Blender, all those things. You need to install it on your own. So on the internet, you get the Thunderbird, Firefox, Matrix. This is a new application or the web apps which provided from the Linux Mint. Let's even open the web apps. Let's go with the multimedia. You get Celluloid, Hypnotics, all those things which were already available in the previous version. Go install multimedia codecs. Let's see what else we can open here. Let's open the volume controller. Let's even open the rhythm box. So on the Office, you get the LibreOffice, which is pretty much good. And we need to open the library. and let's open the dictionary. So we don't have that much of resource consuming applications. We just have like a Firefox, Thunderbird, and some one or two applications which consumes a bit of resource. So we need like a GIMP and Blender, like maybe a bit of resource consuming, so we can get the test done. On the settings, you don't have any basic things. Accounts. We have like a power manager. Let's open that thing also. Let's find out other things here. So the applications are slowly opening in the background. Let's open the Synaptic Package Manager. So it's pretty excellently responsive. Update Manager. So there is no problem until now, which is almost like maybe I'm using almost like 15 minutes now. I didn't get any bugs or anything like that. It's working properly. Let's try the time shift. As you can see in the taskbar, I pretty much opened every app. Let's try something else. Let's open Gparted. So if you have like a 4 GB of RAM, that's pretty much good. You don't need to worry about the applications. So if you install like a Blender and GIMP, all those things, you need to test it on your own, because I don't have any of that applications. But we almost opened a lot of applications, exactly how much of resources it consumes when you have these big applications which consumes resources. And it still it is working pretty much good. I think I covered everything. Let's try to open the tweaks and also the welcome screen. Let's type in welcome screen here. So let's go to the task manager. Let me find the task manager here. Here it is. So let's make it bigger so we can get all the information. The process running right now are 339. CPU is almost under 50%. Memory is almost like a 3.1 GB. I already mentioned that you need to have at least a 4 GB of RAM in 2024 to run almost every Linux distro. So these are all the applications or the tasks running in the task manager. And here you can see the RAM and all those things. So let's try to switch the applications now and see whether we get any lag or anything like that. Let's go to Celluloid, instantly opened. Welcome screen, Synaptic Package Manager, Hypnotics, online accounts. So as you can see, everything is opening instantly, and we can switch everything in just without any taking of our time here, not even a milliseconds delay. We can choose from last to first and even from the middle. Everything is opening good. So again, you need to understand that I have like a i5 1240p CPU. So I have a bit of a medium or a middle gaming PC. It's not exactly gaming PC, it's a good PC. So if you have like a Pentium or a low end PC, I don't know how it works on that. And if you have like a 2 GB of RAM, I don't know even how it works on that. So it should be a bit of delay here and there, maybe some seconds of delay there. So if you have like a low end PC, if you want to share their thoughts in the comments, you can share it. So it will help other viewers too. So let's check the version of the application and close these things. So Xreader, you get the 4.2.1. And here is the window manager tweaks. You can customize according to your wish. Let's close it. Here is the power manager. So I'm using it on a laptop. So here are some of the options. When power button is pressed, you can choose, you can customize on your own. Let's close it. The dictionary app. Here is the version. Here are the web apps. The matrix is added. You can add on your own, typing the name, and you need to provide the URL like Instagram.com or Twitter.com, which is X.com now. You can provide the URL and you can give the name, and the icon will be automatically changed, which if the application or the URL which is known, it will be automatically changed. So if you provide any other URL, you need to provide the icon on your own. You already know all those things, so it's a waste of time to show everything this. So let's close this thing. So let's check the LibreOffice version. You get the 24.2.3.2. So let's close this thing also. And rhythm box, you get the 3.4.7. The document viewer, about the thingy 1.1.7. Here is the Synaptic package manager. Let's see what are the packages installed. Let's drag it down. So the highlighted box with the green boxes like this are the installed packages, and the version installed will be here. And the latest version which is available right now will be on the right side corner. Here is some of the description. So I'm just going to scroll it down like this. You can change the speed in the playback settings in the YouTube in order to see in a slow-mo, or you can just pause the video and read whatever the packages you want. So let's check the version of the Synaptic package manager, which is 0.91.3. Let's close it. So the Thunderbird you get is Supernova, which is 127. Most of the people doesn't like the Supernova. I don't have any problem because I am not even using it. So that's the reason. Let's close this thing. Gparted. Here is the version 1.5.0. And here is the update manager. Let's click on OK. It's going to take like a 2 to 3 seconds. Yesterday it took like a bit of time. So let's check about. Here is the version. Here are all the updates. Let me scroll it down for you. So here are all the new versions. Let's check about, which is 6.1.2 already shown. You can choose the mirror according to your wish. I'm not going to do that. Let's check the pictures. About pics, which is 3.4.1. So here is the volume controller. You can customize according to your things. Let's close it. Hypnotics. Why? Image viewer. CD 3.6.3. So here are some of the online accounts. You can add your accounts here if you want. Celluloid. Here is the welcome screen of the Linux Mint, which is pretty much same in almost every version. So there is nothing new here. You can launch directly from here. You can go with the documentation like a new features, release notes, documentation, all those things which I already showed you in the beginning of the video. So let's close this thing also. Let's click on finish to get the about information of the time shift. Let's close it. Here is the matrix. So pretty much don't know anything about this. I'm just going to leave that part. So what is matrix is a form of real-time internet chat. I didn't use this thing or I have any clue about this thing. So I'm just not going to explain anything wrong. So I'm just going to close this thing. So if you know anything about that, just do let me know in the comment section, or if you know or if you use that thing, just let me know in the comment section. So here is some of the applications here. So you get all those themes here. There are pretty much a lot of changes here. I properly don't remember anything from the older version because I'm not using Linux Mint, or I'm not going to remember anything like that because I make 2 videos daily of every Linux distro, so it's pretty much hard and impossible to remember anything like that. So these are all the available things in the Linux Mint. You can change according to your wish. You can change your icons. You can change the font settings, all those things. So there was a bit of delay there. That's pretty common. You can change your window scaling. If you choose the 2x, it's going to be having like a big fonts and big text here. So I'm not going to do that because I have a good resolution right now. Here is the file manager, which is Tuner 4.18.8. You can go to file systems, check all the files if you want. You can change the view, split view, list view, column view. You can change according to your wish. You can even edit the preference, side pane, behavior, advanced shortcuts. Again, these are all the same things which can be customized. So I'm going to close this thing. So in the software manager, let's go to the about. Here is the version. Let's make it bigger. Preference. Here is that option which is unverified flat packs represent a huge security risk. You can just check this button, show unverified flat packs not recommended. Let's try to search something here so you get an idea. Let's type in Chrome, searching software repositories, Google Chrome. As you can see, it says as an unverified flat pack in the dark red text. So here is the information. So flat pack install if you want. So that's the change here. You can refresh the list of packages. Let me close this. So let's check the desktop backgrounds and end the video because we pretty much covered everything which a normal user wants to know. So if you are a pro user, you don't need to even watch my channel because you already know how to check all the information or the changes. So here are some of the wallpapers available, which is almost like a 27 wallpapers newly added. So let's try to change. I think this is, you know what, flag, I think. We are not going to do anything like that. Let's change the good wallpaper. I think let me choose this red thing. Sunset, sunrise, I don't properly know. So here is the mountain. Let's keep it like that. Here are some of the menus and here are the icons. So I think I pretty much covered everything, I guess. So let's check the task manager at the end of the video. So these are all the resources running right now, and processors running 320, and the CPU is almost under 35%. Memory is almost a 1.8 GB. So at the end of the video, everything was working fine. There is no bugs, there is no crashes or anything like that. I can switch the applications instantly without any lag, or there was no any lag even at once. I didn't get any problem or anything like that. But even it's a beta version, so it's better option to wait for the stable version. But if you want to try to test it, you can test it. Again, if you're running on a live boot, don't save anything in that live boot because as soon as you restart, everything will be washed off. So that's the reason. If you installed on your virtual disk, you can just save anything there. So that was the video of a Linux Mint XFCE. So I'm going to make another video and end this video here. Before that, let's see the logout screen and end the video. Let's check the logout screen. It's going to take like a 2-3 seconds maybe. Here is the logout screen. You can automatically log in here. You don't need to provide any password or anything. Here are the accessibilities, keyboard, date and time. And I think I need to end the video here. Again, thanks for watching. Peace out.